Game shows with a focus on obstacle courses have been around for quite a while. From the timeless chaos of Takeshi's Castle back in the mid-80s to the more recent Ninja Warrior of today, there's always been a fascination with the idea of real, live people running trap-filled corridors like money-lusted rats or showing off their strength, agility, and mental prowess for a live audience. So you'd think such a thing would have been perfect for video games, right? Well, it's been tried before, but to mixed success, such as with the Wipeout game, based on the 2008 American game show, which itself was based on the 1988 game show, but it was, to say the least, not a spectacular game, as most IP tie-in games tend to be. Fast forward to just a few weeks ago to the release of Fall Guys. Developed by Mediatonic and published by Devolver Digital, this game takes a lot of what made Takeshi's Castle and Ninja Warrior so fun and exciting, while adding jelly bean people, loads of cosmetics for them, and battle passes. Let's cut to the chase here. Fall Guys is a frenetic, crazy, and fun game, putting up to 60 people into a single episode of a game show until only one comes out the victor. Usually, a game from start to finish takes about around 10 minutes or so, but newbies will find their matches much shorter till they get their footing. It's a lot of fun and absolutely worth the asking price of $20. If you have friends to play it with, the fun is exponentially increased as you celebrate your team's victories and lament your unfortunate losses together. The graphics in Fall Guys isn't the most sophisticated I've seen in a game, but it's smooth, it's colorful, and it doesn't put a strain on the eyes. It does what it needs to do and conveys everything in a simplistic and easily understood manner. Everything has a candy aesthetic, even down to the sweet-looking slime that coats some of the course's many surfaces. The music is, surprisingly, one of the best parts of the game. It's high energy, some of the tracks are crazy toe tappers, and exactly what you'd expect from a game show. Unfortunately, a game like Fall Guys, as enjoyable as it can be, has its fair share of problems. The first and most glaring problem with Fall Guys is the server issues. Technically, this isn't a problem that will be around for long, hopefully, but as of writing this, the game servers crash fairly often throughout the day, sometimes for hours at a time, so if you're looking to play when you get home, when everybody else is getting home from work, these are inevitably problems you're going to run into. As they add more servers and increase server stability, I'd imagine this will stop being a problem, but when you can scroll through the entire Twitch page for the game and see nothing but people sitting in lobbies or unable to populate a game because the servers have crashed yet again, it can be hard not to get a little frustrated at this. Beyond the rampant server issues, Fall Guy has, in my opinion anyway, a huge problem with the variety in some of their minigames. For example, there's a number of fun obstacle courses, a memorization game, and an egg-grabbing game where the team with the least eggs in their corner gets disqualified. Then you've got two of the most boring, uncreative, frustrating, and unsatisfying minigame types, Grab the Tail and anything involving soccer balls. For context, Grab the Tail is basically flag tag, and a game like Fall Guys has so much desync that it often causes you to lose your tail to someone that you perceive as far behind you, while doing you no favors of your own. There's also a number of soccer games that basically sum up to Rocket League with double the balls and none of the things that make Rocket League fun, and also one where you have to push balls and keep them in your colored area. There are several of both of these types of minigames littered throughout Fall Guys, and they are fucking dreadful. I damn near cry every time I get one because I know I'm about to be bored to death for 2+ minutes. How anyone in the development team could look at what amounts to a soccer match and say, yeah, this is fun, throw this in here, did the players a huge disservice. I come to Fall Guys looking for obstacle courses and craziness, so I want more Takeshi's Castle, Ninja Warrior, and Wipeout, not schoolyard games with janky physics and frustrating desync. This is exacerbated when one of the last games you can get in a show is yet another version of Grab the Tail, where the person with the tail when the time runs out wins the grand prize, which is fine, until you realize that what you could have played instead was the motherfucking aggro crag from Nickelodeon Guts. Look at this shit. I dare you to tell me that this is less fun than flag tag. Another issue I had with the game was that I could only queue up with 3 of my friends. Why can't I create a private room and invite a small army of people to play and have fun? Why can't I queue with as many people as I want to go into public games? The lack of these options shows a distinct lack of foresight in the development team, and it's something I hope they rectify in the future. Furthermore, I feel like they could have done more with the victory/defeat screen in between minigames to make it feel a little more game show-like. In this instance, you'll see the losers thrust forward out of their safe cubby holes and fall to their demise to indicate that they've been disqualified. Notice towards the bottom, there's pegs, sort of like with Plinko on The Price is Right or off the board of a pachinko machine. Why don't they use this as a way to give disqualified players a consolation prize and a reason to stick around after losing a game instead of running straight to the next game? Like, the camera pans down and their little jelly bean bodies fall into a slot that rewards extra in-game currency or a little extra progress in their battle pass. The further in you go before disqualification, the better your chance at getting a better consolation prize. Little things like that would go a long way, I think, and it would improve the user experience. Like, hey, I disqualified, but I got 50 extra kudos. Besides that, I think Fall Guys is fun and has a lot of potential, and I think it's going to be a great game, but there's questions about the long-term viability of the game as its popularity fades, and especially if server issues continue. However, if they continue to add more obstacle courses and less flag tag and ball rolling minigames, I think it'll do quite well. For now though, it's off to a rocky start, which I hope they bounce out from. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my social media to keep up to date on future videos and streams, or at least hit that subscribe button. See you soon.